I was thinking of some
Matt
team-ups that I
Dillon
really
in
would have
his
liked to
early
see over the
days.
years, and two that stick out to me. I would have loved to see Nick Nolte and Gary Busey in a cop movie together.
Yes,
Yeah.
that just makes sense.
And I would have loved to seen John Candy and Chris Farley
Oh yeah,
do a
definitely.
comedy.
And Jim Belushi.
And just stomach bump, each other, right? And just fly back about 10 feet.
You should have done Face Off.
into cardiac arrest.
Gary Busey and what was it? Gary Busey and Nick Nolte.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's
They
Nick
should have
Cage
done
and
Face
Trent
Off.
Reznor.
I know, but they could have been.
Yeah.
They could have
I
done
see where
Face
you're
Off.
going with that.
No,
They already
Chris
looked the
Farley and John. No, John Candy. Yeah. I read his book, John Candy's book. It was fucking. He had like freaking huge pictures of those candies in his trailer, like that he would just decimate each day.
Who, John Candy?
Mm-hmm.
He had what in his trailer?
The irony is
Like this
lost on
big
me.
ass fucking jugs of freaking
Wine.
candy that would be gone in a day.
Oh, candy.
Of candy. Just candy,
Sweet-
candy.
sweet tooth.
Sweet tooth.
Candy.
That guy.
John
Yeah.
Candy.
Yeah.
You like
Right?
candy.
Mm-hmm.
Bubble
Yeah,
gum and
there's
taffy.
something there. There's something there.
Is that his real name or is that a stage name?
No, that's his real name.
He died shooting a film somewhere hot, and he had a heart attack because it was hot out.
You know what?
sweaty.
Candy had such. He was such
He was in his
a
trailer
good
and
guy,
he
man.
was
He's had
getting
such
baked
good
in the
energy.
desert.
Like people loved him. It's fucked up.
But he had a weight problem. He had bad heart.
He did. So
And
did
he
Farley.
No, he had
shot-
an eating problem.
Whatever. He was living
Yes, he had a huge
3
heart, and
times
he
as
was like-
fast as
Farley?
most of us do.
Farley had a
Farley,
huge problem.
fucking Candy.
Huge, yeah.
It's everybody in that.
Candy
Got some
makes you
candy.
dandy.
It sure shit does.
Well, if you had an unlimited budget, wouldn't you be a cokehead? I mean,
Bubblegum and taffy.
really?
Let's be honest.
If you,
If we had the money,
you're-
we'd all be doing coke.
I'll be doing bubblegum
If
and
it's
taffy.
easier
I'm like,
to
yo,
get-
man, go
It's-
home
it's
and
weird
buy
'cause
me a beer.
it's whatever I think is easiest to get in your social circle, and if you're in Hollywood, that's probably easiest.
It's
to
5-cent fuzzy peaches.
Everyone's drinking probably
Well, fuck
good
it.
booze.
They trade coke.
Yeah.
Like,
And then-
do you guys know if it's still
It's easy
like
to get
that? Like
anywhere.
Canadian weed
Yeah,
down
because
in
we're
the
all totally
States?
plugged into the drug game.
What's that?
Well, I
What's the
don't know.
I
question?
don't know. I think the
Why did you
going
look
rate
right
will
at
always
me when
be
you had the
coke for
question
me.
about that?
It's
Because Hell's Angels run that shit, right?
What?
Hell's Angels are running the borders the full way.
Seems like it.
Tell me more about.
It's
what-
Where's
long
your-
established.
where's your
Fudge
source?
knows,
Where's
man.
your source?
He's got the pulse of this shit.
Apparently.
Well, I read a book
He's
called
ready.
The Mafia that talks all about it.
There's some
you read a
crazy
book,
things that
eh?
they
Yeah, he
do,
read a
though.
book, man. This guy,
Not-
he's literate,
not
bro.
specifically
Come on.
Hell's
When was the
Angels,
last time
but
you read a
just-
book, motherfucker?
Fuck you. You've been
We're
struggling
read
with
the
this.
same book
networks
for
they
like
build,
10
or-
months, and I know because I lent you the book.
Little
And I've
electric
seen
trains
it in your
through-
bathroom.
Yeah.
I'll read it when I
Asswipe.
shit. That's
I'm
about
halfway
it.
through Matterhorn, by the way.
It's good, right?
It's not bad.
Exactly.
All right. So, Chris, you wore some funny-looking shoes over. I noticed.
Did I? Yeah.
They look like gorilla feet,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
like you stepped in tar.
No, they're the
Bigger,
Vibram
was that
5-finger
Those are your
toe
every-
shoes.
they're your
They're
everyday
fantastic.
shoe?
They are my everyday shoe, actually. They're
Jesus
the only piece of
fucking
clothing that I can
Christ.
actually say has ever changed my life.
I would think that your feet would hurt and be cold all the time in them. That's what they look like to me.
Or just...
How though? You're using them.
Are
They
these
look so thin.
It's like
right?
putting a
And then-
sweater on a dog, but the dog knows it looks stupid.
What you're saying is his feet know they look stupid.
They do. They look goofy. I won't lie, but I
And
feel
it
like a
cries with
superhero
sweat.
in them, and they don't make my knees hurt anymore. And they promote forefront running, so 4-foot running. Yeah.
So you're wearing these tonight?
Well,
Can you-
they're over
can you
at
grab
no,
But
one
you
out
have
just to
wool
show the
socks
guys?
on.
Yeah, I'll
Because
grab
I
them.
don't think they know what
I've-
we're
So
doing.
I've heard
how do
nothing
you
but
get
good
them?
things.
How do you get them like with wool socks to work properly?
Inappropriate.
Hey,
Inappropriate.
Hey, bro.
No, I know what you're saying.
You
That
don't,
is-
Turn that shit on
you don't get them
silent,
to
man.
work with the wool socks
Sorry,
properly.
bro.
Oh, you have to take off your socks to wear them?
Yeah, no, I
on.
brought the socks over for everybody else's benefit, right?
Oh.
So
These
you're
are the
barefoot.
shoes.
You're
Yeah.
barefoot.
Yeah, they're barefoot,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
So
go ahead.
like
You
they
wanna
just
look
look
at
like
them?
sandals to me, right?
Yeah,
They look like hippie shoes.
yeah, they're
Well,
totally.
little-
That's what they would be.
I've heard that
looked
they're
at.
good. Like
I
anyone who
wear
uses
them
Well,
it
here-
says they're good things.
This is the rundown.
Oh,
Okay,
So
I'm a
they're helpful for
hipster,
them
but I
too,
also like to work out.
like if you went to someone's house, you got your barefoot.
well, I mean,
It's like
For
somebody
me, these-
decided, let's cut apart a tire and attach a swimsuit to it.
well, the whole idea is like if you
socks.
see the athletes who come on out of Kenya, the runners, they all run
It's a
barefoot.
camaraderie.
And what
right
it
there.
does is that you put the weight of your body on the front of your toes, and your leg is a natural spring, right? So as opposed to landing heel strike and then rolling to the front of your foot, which is making all the joints in your leg line up and create a lot of impact problems. This promotes you to land on the ball of your foot, impacting this to the right.
It's better
so
for
it's
you.
better for you.
Makes sense.
In a,
Although the
I
only
don't know,
the only
do
time
a
I've
whole
seen
lot
that
of
like
running.
in anything is fucking a Camilleri commercial for Nike.
That was those are
Actually,
Adidas.
it's Adidas.
And they're not.
That's great. Well, that's great because that doesn't matter who fucking ads are.
They're Adidas, and they're not actually the same. Though they have a full sole. That's a little bit.
I want to
different
open Tim Hortons next to a Tim Hortons in Ontario.
That makes no sense to anybody.
Except yourself.
That makes less sense than.
Oh,
naming
you got
your-
Ontario Connect. Come on.
It makes less sense than naming your business.
So they don't
muffins.
Yeah.
Can you
Is
imagine
that-
how much business you lose
that-
because anyone with a speech impediment does not want to go to muffins and have to tell somebody
Yeah.
making fun of me. Muffins, yeah.
All right, that's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Raven, you get enough beer for Ben too.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking Blue Velvet. That's great.
Cut that off.
I'm actually supposed to
man.
watch that movie. I've been told
And you
it's a good
missed
one
the
to
best
watch.
part when he talks about
Cut that
PBR.
bitch
which I
off.
don't know.
Dennis Hopper's a fucking nut in that movie.
Heineken.
Fuck that shit! Pabst Blue Ribbon!
Which
Dennis
I don't
Hopper's
have.
How's that Pabst drop?
I'm not drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Nobody, but he's drinking white wine and
Yeah,
y'all. But
I'm drinking,
what do you call that shit?
Villa
Biggie?
Teresa Vento.
Probably
It's
shouldn't go
actually
back to
made
this
from.
movie.
No, but it was like your hate. It was like
organically
your
grown
hate
grapes.
is
like
your
they're
hate
about
is
to
white
make
or
out,
something you were
right?
calling
Oh
it.
yeah, my hate is white.
Yeah. Hate is wanna
My
hate.
Love is wanna love.
None of the above. I wanna piss on you.
Shit on you.
Yeah.
These two guys are whenever this combination of people are in the room, their singing takes over.
No, it's
somehow.
diverts with piss and shit songs.
That's what happened the first time. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We start drinking.
Sing-along.
Dude, that was
Okay.
wicked, man. When you played, you're playing the sax back in Vancouver
I
on
know.
circuit.
Yeah,
That was
I
a good
guess so.
circuit session, man.
Yeah, I've been much more active with that, which I've been really enjoying. Like,
We
I
we're
have
gonna
not
be
played an
we're-
instrument for a
Yeah,
while.
are you teaching
Like,
sax
it's-
over the internet?
Oh no, we were playing. No, a
Do you
couple
have
bands
subscribers
right
to your saxcast?
Yeah, it's just man,
Saxcast.
Saxcast is great.
That's good.
No, that should be
It's so
that should
good.
be your Vancouver sax cast. That
Yeah.
should be it.
We're changing the name of our podcast to Sax.
You can't have that name anymore.
I had a weird idea that's somewhat connected to that. It was of a pair of man-hating lesbians that installed a device that made their vaginas really shallow, so then when you fucked them really hard, you jam at your dick, sprain it, and
Yeah.
then that would be their revenge, is they're breaking men's penises.
That's yeah.
I'm working on it.
Wow.
That's
They're
all
definitely,
right.
they're
It's a
definitely
work in
super
progress.
villains.
They are.
I mean,
They're super
But
villains.
you
like-
need that. You need to be a
Yeah.
superhero with like 2 dicks.
Bloody
You keep
mess.
giving me shit. Hey, you know what? Why don't you fucking Puritans hop on your Mayflower and go back to England where they fuck with clothes on, and I'll stay, and I'll stay in the New World and hold down the front lines of the sexual revolution all by myself.
Do what you gotta do, man.
No more fucking samples. I'm gonna punch you in the dick.
I don't have 2 though.
Well, then I can't miss. Well,
Well, there's a joke right there.
He handed me a joint. No, he was just
Oh,
like,
the joint
I passed
in
him
the
the
wine.
joint. I already smoked on it.
Pass
They
the
passed
joint
it
to
back
your
to
white wine.
right over my fucking wine glass.
Dude, I'll tell you, man.
Right,
Going
Like,
wine.
really discovered
could've
it.
grabbed
That wine you're drinking right now, that's like factory made wine. They cut all their grapes and shit. They do it with a fucking machine.
I
It's
know the
organically
yo.
grown
I'm just saying.
grapes.
And they,
Look at the fucking
They don't have
label,
human
D.
feet stomping.
They're
grapes,
organically
so-
grown.
I don't believe
Shut
it.
up with your $9 wine.
Look at the
No.
fucking, look at the water. It's $9.
I'm just saying. I'm just
$15.
saying. Working on a farm where you do it by hand, that shit's
Just
hard, man.
fucking look at the bottle.
yeah.
It felt very natural to see him drink that. I don't know. I thought you
It was
were.
just a fucking ploy to give him the
Villa
bottle.
Teresa, Benieto, Vino Tinto. Órale. Y gracias.
Orale.
Hey, D, let me ask
Y
you. Do you
saludos
remember,
para mi amigos en Mexico.
do you remember the door-to-door
It's too
salmon?
much.
I do. That was with Miller.
How long ago was that? Like, 9 years, 8 years.
No, that was like 7.
When we were
7
like
or
21, 22.
What, when Miller took the baskets off the...
No, this is...
He took a frozen salmon out of this guy's freezer. Like a big fucking salmon. And Miller takes it and he goes door to door trying to like...
birthday, I think.
He's like, no, people come to the door and he's like, hey, you want to buy this great salmon or whatever? And people are like, what the fuck?
No, the whole reason we did it is because we ran out of beer. We needed money. So
we're trying to sell this
song.
We
cloned my house for resources, and the only thing I had was frozen salmon. And like you said, we were going door to door, and we were trying to sell it. And we were like,
that was a huge salmon.
We're like, it's fresh.
It was.
Yeah.
It's like stiff. We're like, it's kind of fish. You like trying to like smash it on the thing.
It's as fresh as 2 guys walking down the street holding a fish.
No, it was more like 4 guys. It was like 2 guys at the door and then 2 drunk guys overseeing the.
But at the end of that night, when we didn't sell the salmon, it got thrown onto somebody's roof or like in somebody's mailbox. I can't remember.
Yeah, Miller.
Well, he chopped the head off.
No. Miller busted the head off the salmon by swinging it like a baseball bat against the street.
Didn't he break
post.
a car or something like that?
No, I don't know. He might have.
Fire hydrant.
This would be like the only time that like 4 guys stunk of fish and nobody got laid. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe one of them. I don't know. Deadliest catch, but he smells pretty bad.
Yeah, it's true. Remember the cheap games that you could buy from Zellers? They all had the same branding, like colors.
It was like Pop-Matic Bubble kind of thing?
There was like one where like you had these plastic cubes that would go across the surface and you'd have to knock one out at a time, right?
Yeah.
And not break the ice, right? And then they had all these different games by the same company that were just
was those the same guys who made the one where it had like a timer on it and you had to put the pieces in the slots before the thing went...
Perfection.
That's
perfection?
Pop goes perfection.
Yeah, perfection.
Okay,
yeah.
Operation was the best, man.
Operation.
Really? Operation was the best?
I was so nervous with the game.
Are you sure it wasn't like something not...
You were like, oh my god, there's a plastic bound in there, but you're like...
Oh, they make me play fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! all day.
No, it's like, think about things like Halloween. Like, think about what we got away with when we were kids at Halloween now. Parents don't even let their kids go out, or like if they do, it's so regulated and they're just fucking like, no, whatever, something's gonna happen, something's gonna go wrong.
How do you know?
Fireworks. I know from like places where I've grown up, like at my house or like Cam's house. Cam lives right. We used to have this fucking fire every year at the Oak Bay Fire.
The bonfire, Oak Bay
bonfire. It was fucking awesome, man. Every Halloween. No, it was cool. It was like the thing, right?
Do they not have that anymore?
No, there's no fucking bonfire anymore. I don't think they do that.
That's only a couple. No, they still have it.
I don't know. They used to.
They collect pallets for it every year, so I know that shit.
Okay, well that's cool. That's cool. That was the shit though, right?
Do you remember?
Dude, there were so many more kids that went out back then. Like I was talking to Cam's mom because she lived right on Beach Drive, and she used to get tons of kids, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, I'd get like fucking 75, 80 kids a year. And last year, she's like, you know how many kids I had? I was like, I don't know, 25? She's like, I had fucking 15 kids.
You know what's funny? When you were a kid on Halloween, you had a Unicef box, right?
Yeah.
And when they gave you, it came in a freaking, cardboard thing that actually was flat, and you had to put it together yourself. You would fold this fucking thing together, right? And you'd put it with a freaking a little piece of twine that would be so shitty, like it'd be your old father's twine that you put fucking tomatoes together and shit around your neck.
It's so itchy, right?
Getting treats and everything, but your punishment is all this stuff for charity that would leave this huge fucking strand
scars of charity,
back of your neck.
The scars of charity,
and make it all red as you get more change throughout the night. So as you got more candy, you get more change.
It's like the spirit of Marley from the Christmas Carol with the change you added at every house.
That's the big iron cross around.
You know what I feel like an asshole for? Never keeping UNICEF money.
there was a scam.
Where was your entitlement?
It's all going to bureaucracy anyways.
Yeah, some of our friends back in the day actually did a scam.
Wasn't it the Ellers?
Door to door. We won't say who it was.
I just said who it was. It was the
Ellers. We'll say they went around door to door saying they were a charity of some sort and like asking to get money, and they got a bunch of money, and then it was on the paper, the next week or whatever. Like a bunch of young kids going around door to door.
That's the Ellers. That's them right there. And I think Dave just had kids.
That's not going to say who it is, but we all are.
Now he can teach his young one the hustle.
That reminds me, I got to invite those guys to this podcast.
Actually, I have to right now say a big shout out to Dave Eller, who's having his firstborn daughter.
Congrats.
Good for him.
Yeah, phone him. Do you have speakerphone?
I do have speakerphone.
Only if you start the conversation off with remember that last time you stole from Unicef.
Yeah, that was great for it, was it not, Matt?
Yo, if you could convince them that he was getting in trouble for it now.
Yeah. That'd be a good
like
sell.
It was like CSIS or something, and he was in real big trouble. And he's already like thinking he might be getting investigated for something, like starting a new job where they're like checking out all your stuff.
Who?
Just anybody to trick them
no.
like that. Be like, you're in trouble.
That's totally not. No.
We're not going to resort to prank phone calls. We're above that.
Yeah, no, I want to do prank phone calls sometime soon.
But Fudge needs to get a phone first, and then he'll do some prank phone calls.
Yeah, I can only call one person like can and string.
I think we should all have a wheel on. Okay, we have to have a wheel on the wall with all our names on it, and it's basically going to say your first girlfriend. You have to call her, on the podcast.
Ew.
That'd be
I don't even know who that is, man.
No, the first person.
Really? Actually, I know her.
Too, maybe.
Okay,
I haven't spoken to Dawn in like 10 years. No, 5 years.
Stephanie Landry.
I don't want to talk to her at all.
But have all the numbers like present. And
I don't want to talk to my ex-girlfriend. Like,
what kind of a sick punishment is this?
I don't know. It's gonna if you actually fuck up really bad. Yeah.
It could be kind of funny.
Yeah,
it would be funny if like
everyone
you
has
called
to go
my
in.
ex.
It's not a bad. It's original idea.
It could be kind of funny
with like a pizza order, like you got it
as Toby Casablanca.
It would work for some of them, yeah.
Like a pizza guy that really wants to get laid.
Hey, it's pizza talk.
You got the order wrong. Yeah, you got the order wrong, and he's trying to make amends.
What's your
email?
I think you're on Bone Thugs video you'd like to see.
Pizza Taco has this mad web presence.
Nice blood, bro.
Okay, wait a second. Were we not talking about bad sports that were on TV there? That was about 10-15 minutes ago.
Yeah,
I know.
You're
bringing it back from the dead. I wanted to talk about XFL, Roller
TV
Jam,
sport.
Slam Ball,
Yeah.
and now Taser Ball.
They run around with tasers.
I played this game.
Taser Ball's not a real thing.
Like, I mean, once you get tasered once, like that's the worst one because you don't
real,
know what it feels like until
It's
then.
called public nudity.
And then it's just like, a matter of like, I want to taser this guy so bad that I'm willing to get tasered a couple times.
To taser him.
In the neck.
Do they give them like taser protective wear
Or like a chest
Oh, you probably have
protector.
to be.
they're like.
No, like when they get.
Oh, here we
the
go.
cops have to
Here's
get
a show
tasered themselves.
Here's
don't they?
Taser Ball.
Just to prove to Hovey that it's a real thing.
Yes.
that
Okay,
people
we're
are
watching
trying to
Listeners
do.
at home, here we are. This is it.
We're watching it for the
see,
first
they're
time.
wearing blue and red jerseys.
No, their tasers are branded too.
So they got tasers and
They
they're
have
You got
Wire.
ski goggles on.
They're using a big giant soccer
So
ball.
they just hold these little tasers, and they get
It's a hat.
each person gets
Whoa,
one taser.
whoa.
Shit.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
That is just heart. Like the
So-
guy stabbed him right in the heart
That's
with
totally
the taser.
badass.
Like
That is so
what
badass.
constitutes like too much tasering? Like
Well, we don't know
Like
that.
when the guy's heart stops.
When
Like,
the
if-
shit's blood.
if you have it right between like their in their nose area,
Savoring.
between their eyes.
Taser right to the balls,
That's
bro.
awesome.
And then when you go to the
That's
penalty
so fucking-
box,
that's
you
like
just
Tron.
get tasered
That's
more.
like-
That's the
awesome.
penalty.
That's
It's
trying to
it's
hurt
low
people.
key
That's
Tron
great.
for sure.
Yeah,
It'd be
low-key
funny if
Tron.
like
It's
Tiesto
a
started
start. It's like
DJing.
it's only 2000 it's only 2012. There's
Yeah.
room for improvement.
Jeff Bridges hasn't fucking made it best yet.
That's
Whoa.
just fucked. If your heart's
Right off
already
his
beating
dome.
at like 170 BPM and then you get tasered,
Just
bro,
spike it right up there, yeah.
But this is
It's
nothing.
like a
I mean,
mix of
the
basketball-
Romans, the Romans killed people for entertainment.
Oh, that guy just
Like,
Tim Tebow'd. He just Tim
That's
Tebow'd with a
nothing
compared to the
taser.
Roman entertainment. Like this is no Coliseum. There's no gladiators. Like
Yeah.
I guess you wouldn't
go
see.
home and have beers, right?
But
Like
these are just
I guess you wouldn't see old timers.
Yeah,
tasers,
they're like,
right?
it's like, fuck it, I'll get
Sometimes you
tasered,
just-
I make fucking good money.
They
These
don't
aren't
have seizures.
necessarily
and
Oh
diarrhea.
man, I make $100 grand a
think
year,
they are
man, I'm getting
criminals?
tasered
That's
every
why
day.
they can
Do you
play?
seriously think these guys make any money?
What if these guys
Fuck
are
outta
all
here.
ex-cons that have been tasered multiple
No,
times?
but they
and
probably-
built up a
the
tolerance
longest
to it?
yard, but taser ball?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's
Yeah,
a
okay,
tolerance.
alright.
It'd be a pain threshold, I suppose, but like it's going to be the same electricity
does-
that hits you every time.
Exactly. It doesn't matter if you have a high pain threshold or
Like,
not, because the
it's
human
gonna
body
hurt.
shuts down after it gets
I could see
electricity
this
sent
becoming
through.
like a
hurt.
cyborg thing where you install capacitors and you take way more charge.
Transistors and stuff. Yeah.
Upgrade your
And then you
Of
can
the
use
flux
your charge to
variety.
zap somebody else and fry their
goalies
circuits.
have like
That would be
2
the goalie.
tasers.
Exactly. Yeah.
1.21 gigawatts.
I'm just going to jump to comic book movies here. Robert Rodriguez and Christopher Nolan were actually going to team up on a movie. Going to reboot Spider-Man with the Robert
Yeah.
Rodriguez history.
What?
or Superman.
Dude,
Sorry,
okay.
Superman, and it's called Kal-El Mariachi.
So Zack Snyder just did it, and now someone else is.
That could
doing
actually
it,
be
you know,
really
do it.
good.
No,
I
that's
see that being good.
that's not a real thing. Actually, that's the thing that I made up because I thought it was funny. Kal-El Mariachi. Clark Kent in Smallville as a mariachi player.
They've screwed up Superman.
But what if Superman landed in any other country, right?
Yeah,